Hey everybody, I'm Rival Jimmy and this is the ExtraDex, where I update old episodes of the Dex with new information from Gen 6, 3 at a time. Let's dive right in. The first 3 episodes of the Dex are Kabutops, Gengar, and Mudkip, and as much as I like Mudkips, let's knock out all the changes in order. No new trivia for Kabutops, so on to battle strategy. He hasn't changed a huge amount, but because the combination of Drizzle and Swift Swim is no longer banned, putting him on the same team as Politoed is once again a possibility. This makes it very easy for him to sweep for a few turns with just a single Swords Dance, but the Gen 6 nerf on the duration of weather renders it much less of a threat than it was in Gen 5. Most people run Kabutops with Swords Dance, Waterfall, and Stone Edge, which is obvious because when don't you want an attack boost with 2 power stab moves? But in that last slot, there's a lot of room for customization. For safeties, it might seem tempting to throw Rain Dance in there, but Kabutops is weak enough that he can't often spare the extra turn. I'd recommend Aqua Jet for priority, or maybe Rapid Spin if you're dealing with an opponent who uses a lot of entry hazards. Other uses for Kabutops include swapping Swords Dance for Low Kick and giving him a choice band. This is great for when you have to deal with huge bulky walls, which are a staple of the Gen 6 competitive scene. Moving on to Gengar, whoa, he got a Mega Evolution. He looks awesome and is awesome, and his shiny model is white. White! Shadow Ball, Focus Blast, Sludge Bomb, and you're done. Unfortunately, Gengar has already been banned from the OU tier because it gives Gengar the ability Shadow Tag, which prevents opponents from switching out. It's way too good on Gengar with Mega Boosted stats, especially now that Steel type doesn't resist Ghost anymore. Mega Gengar sports a new third eye in the middle of his forehead, which enables it to see into other dimensions. Seems cool enough, but is there any real-world basis for this? Well, yes, actually. In many Eastern religions, most notably Hinduism, the third eye is located on your forehead between your normal eyes, and is known to symbolize a state of enlightenment or perception beyond ordinary sight. But what if I told you the third eye might have actually been real at one point? That's right. In many mammalian brains, including humans, there exists a tiny little thing called the pineal gland. Scientists aren't exactly sure what the function is, but it seems to have most to do with sexual development, sleep patterns, and our interactions with the various cycles of nature. However, scientists also think that the pineal gland is distantly related to cells found in the eyes, especially because they still appear to be photosensitive, meaning they react to light. Weird, right? Also, research has been done into the relationship between the pineal gland and DMT, or dimethyltryptamine, a naturally occurring and highly psychoactive brain chemical which, even in small amounts, cause humans to experience psychedelic hallucinations and feelings of spirituality. Third eye much? Anyway, on to battle strategy. The old sub-disable strategy still works just fine, but in this new metagame, Gengar has been seeing a new renaissance as a world-class wall breaker with Destiny Bond. Using Destiny Bond feints your opponent if they knock you out, so using it first safeguards you against things that hurt a lot like Sucker Punch and Pursuit. And if you do get hit with them, at least your opponent's Pokemon goes down too. Now that your opponent's stuck, just tear into them with a stab move of your choice, or maybe Focus Blast or Thunderbolt, depending on their type. Solid stuff. And finally, Mudkip. What's new about Mudkip? Not a whole lot actually. He doesn't have much new to offer in the Little Cup, so what we're left with are gimmick strategies based around the new hold items. For example, the weakness policy boosts your Pokemon's attack and special attack by 2 stages when you're hit with a super effective move. Mudkip's only weakness is to grass, so maybe if you held it, got hit by a grass move, and survived, Mudkip could be a hefty little sweeper, especially if Torrent activates. But again, this strategy isn't totally viable, so do with it what you will. And that's it. Kabutops, Gengar, and Mudkip. If you haven't already done so, go ahead and subscribe. And if you have anything to add, leave it in the comment section down below. I'm Rival Jimmy, and this has been the ExtraDex. See you next week.